40 to 50 balloons is not actually that much.
No, it's not bad. It really isn't. This build is not a massive build. We're gonna go. Oh, I might hit 300, 400 balloons, but it's not outrageous. And when you're doing bulk like this, we'll use 50 for here. The bindings will take another 20 or 30, but that's because I'm going to do a little bit more intricate work.
This is the sound of balloon art.
The last, or not the last, but when I was doing beanstalk with origami, the funny thing is, there's like 75 of us, and this is unprecedented. There are 75 artists in a room doing the same thing. That in itself is awesome. But we're all doing this, and all you can hear is squeaking and popping and banging, except we're all so used to it that we don't care, we're just doing it, right? It's when you see people come in, they're like, oh, yeah, or there's an interview, and it's with Larry, and it's a great interview, but in the background, all you can hear is squeak, squeak, bang, bang, pow, bang. And how did this go for you? Well, it was bang, pow, boom, bang, and you know they tried to edit that noise down, and we just blanked it out of our minds, because this is our life. Right?
When I was editing the video for the Yellow Submarine workshop,
Yes.
I did a couple of the shots with Emma, and the interviews that I did. I attempted briefly to drown out the balloon noise, and then I gave up.
Well, that room was echoey to a point. It was really crowded. Well, it wasn't very crowded, but it was certainly busy. There were people. That was a fun night. I really enjoyed that.
Submarines stayed together for 3 weeks?
Yeah. Yeah, it was really cool because it.
That was. I figured it was going to be gone in 4 or 5 days.
No, it was good. It was cool too because when we built it, I designed it so it would be bigger, so it would sort of bulge out in that space. There's a little bit of space up above, and it could turn out. And when I eventually took it down, it had shrunk. Oh, I don't know, maybe a foot below the line, but it was still shrinking in a nice uniform manner.
Yeah.
The fish were looking like they'd sort of been...
Yeah, the fish looked like they'd gone through the wash.
Yeah, pretty well. But I hear about it every now and then. There are kids that I will bump into, and they'll tell me, or mom and dad will tell me that they kept this balloon that I made for them forever, and it eventually went into their drawer, and it just continued to wilt down to this little tiny thing. And they couldn't let it go, and it's actually really touching to hear that they're that attached to it, that my little interaction with them was that special. It's wonderful to hear it. But they don't want to let it go, and so they keep it. And there is, you can dig around on the internet, there is uninflated art out there. I think it was 2 years ago or a year ago. No, it was this year. I think it was the 2013. They were the 2014 Twist and Shout. Someone had made a balloon dress, and they'd taken the balloon dress and kept it until it had deflated down to being an uninflated balloon. And then, for this year, they built a balloon doll and put the uninflated balloon dress on top.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, it was, at least that's the story that I heard. And it was, like, I'm looking at it going...
It's like uninflated balloon dress turns into balloon mini dress?
That's right. And it was amazing. Now, I don't really know the full story. It was a beautiful piece of work. Very, obviously, dedicated artist. You're talking about keeping this thing forever and then realizing, hey, I can use this. You know what we could be making instead? Incredibly large bananas.